What is up, guys? DZ Fear, and today I want to show you my Skull Servant deck profile. I know White Princess has not been released yet. It will be in a couple weeks, but I think that this version is still a lot of fun because I think when White Princess comes out, I'll probably play with the lawn mowing card as well. But for now, if you want to play Skull Servants, if you want to do some funny combos and kill people with like a 5,000 attack level 1 monster, this is pretty much the way to go. So we're playing 3 of all Skull Servant cards, but I'll just go through them anyway. 3 King, obviously your main attacker. I am playing 3 regular Skull Servant. This card obviously isn't that great, but I think it's fine at 3. We have like a million ways to get it out of our hand if we draw it, so I don't think it's a problem. But yeah, probably the weakest link. 3 White Prince, aka the reason that we have to play Skull Servant. This is definitely like the card that made this deck really nutty. Because when it's sent to the grave, you can send a regular Skull Servant and a Lady in the White to the graveyard. So that automatically puts 3 names into the grave, and then you can banish White Prince and 2 other Skull Servants to special summon a king from your deck. So yeah, it's definitely good, and obviously I used it in that combo video that I showed earlier. 3 White Mare. This is just like a 1-card DDR. Really good, no reason not to play it. And then 3 Lady in the White. The protection effect is like kind of relevant. I really wish it protected the monsters from monster effects instead of battle. But yeah, so it prevents your guys from being affected by spells and traps as well as destroyed by battle. So that's kind of annoying. And yeah, I also kind of wish it worked with having 2 copies up if they protected each other, but they don't. So it's whatever. But yeah, so that's 3 of all Skull Servants. Kind of need to play all those. 3 Solitaire, because we really want to see uni-zombie, which we are playing a full 3 copies of. Uni-zombie is great in this deck for synchro plays, but also because it gets White Prince out of our deck for free, and then pushes forward OTKs. So yeah, definitely want to play 3 of that. And I'm actually playing 3 Mizuki because I actually want to draw this card. You want to see either Mizuki or White Prince in your hand when you have uni-zombie, so that you can send whichever one you don't have from your deck to the grave and then discard the one that you do have. So we want to maximize all of these cards. That's really what gets all of your plays going, so it makes sense. Then lastly, 3 Terratop and a Tech Tomborg. Yeah, Levier is really good in this deck. Dante's like okay going first if you have like no other plays, but Levier is like the main reason that we want to play that card. The spells 3 DDR. Yeah, I mean, this can do a couple things that White Mare can't, but just generally speaking, we just want more copies of White Mare-like effects, so definitely want to play 3 of that. 3 Allure, really good combo card. It works with Omega, obviously, but it also works with the DDR. It also works with the White Mare. Just a lot of really stupid things you can do with Allure, so that's why we're playing 3 of that. 3 Desires. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to play 3 of this and pretty much everything, but any deck that has access to Omega is going to be better with Desires than it is without. So yeah, definitely like Desires in this deck. We're also playing more than 40 cards, so it makes sense. 2 Twin Distur back row is kind of aids for this deck to deal with. So Twin Distur is pretty good. 2 Instant Fusion, because, I don't know, like, I go back and forth on this card, because it's really bad if you don't have uni-zombie, but if you do have uni-zombie, this card is, like, really good, because it means that you can usually just kill your opponent. I don't know, I go back and forth on Instant Fusion, but usually when you're playing zombies, it's like a good card to play, so I see no reason to just not play it. And lastly, we have some one-ofs, so Foolish does a lot of different things. Soul Charge is, I don't know, I mean, it's good because it makes like a lot of rank 8s, or level 8 synchros, I mean. But it's sort of bad because this deck's a little more aggressive than your standard zombie deck. I mean, you're just trying to OTK, so Soul Charge doesn't help with that. But, I mean, it's obviously just like too good not to play in any deck like this, but, I don't know, it's not the greatest card. 1 for 1 to summon King from the deck. Also, sometimes I summon White Mare as well, because that's kind of neat. Then you can like synchro with it and get its effect, so kind of cool. 1 Regeki. Yeah, you definitely could play Regeki and 2 Dark Holes if you really wanted to. Like I said, it's pretty easy to get either like 2 Skull Kings with 4,000 attack or 1 with like 5,000 or 6,000 attack on the field. So Regeki can definitely just blow the way for you to attack them directly for game. But that's it for the main. No traps. Don't really... I mean, you're really not trying to kill your opponent with traps at all. You're just trying to... I mean, you just want to draw a hand of all like monsters and spells, so why would I not just play monsters and spells? For the extra deck, we have Ghostwing Duelahan. So this card halves attack, and that's pretty useful because it helps us get over big monsters. But it's just like really annoying. And sometimes you do have 2 level 1s on the board that you don't want to do anything with, or that you can't do anything with. So I think dual hands are definitely a good option. I made it a lot when I played this deck on stream. 3 Levier the Sea Dragon. I mean, this is like the thing that always like keeps your plays going and zombies. But yeah, Terratop can make this, uni-zombie can make this, Lady in White can make this. You have a lot of level 3s that you can just keep recycling, so definitely 3 of. We also have 1 Break Sword and 1 Dante. These cards just come up randomly. Like I said, the Dante is okay if you have no other plays going first. But the Break Sword's good. A lot of times I actually use this. If you have like Terratop Prince, you can summon the Terratop, make Break Sword, set the Prince, and then pop it with Break Sword to get the milling effect. So that was a pretty good combo. Doesn't come up a lot, but it definitely comes up. 1 Castell, and then the Utopia engine here. That's it for the rank 4s. You don't really make rank 4s a lot. Like, it's just like Mizuki pretty much. But they definitely do come up, and the ones that do come up are these ones. So yeah, it seems to make sense. And then 1 Black Rose for only level 7 synchro. Yeah, this card's great. It triggers like all of your effects, and board wiping is really powerful right now. And all it really takes is like a uni-zombie, and then you can make Black Rose. So obviously you need a couple other cards, but if you just revive a uni-zombie off of Mizuki, you have a level 3. So 2 Omega. You definitely don't need 3 in this deck. I don't think I've ever made 3 in this deck, because that would require you to make like all 3 at the same time, because these can always just recycle themselves. So that's really useful. Yeah, definitely a big fan of Omega in any deck playing Mizukis. But you can put back Banished Skull Servants to make King higher attack points. You can put back White Princes. Doesn't trigger their effect, but then you can use them next turn to banish. Yeah, Omega is just one of my favorite cards. Still really good. One of the Shiranui guy. The only reason you play this is because when you use Uni-Zombie's effect, you can only attack with zombie monsters. So you make this guy banish a Uni-Zombie. He's at 4,300 attack points. And then hopefully you can just like attack your opponent and kill them with this and like a king. So yeah, he's like the best. He might even be the only level 8 zombie synchro, but he's definitely the best one. And then 1 Scarlight. So I like this card a lot. It burns your opponent. It just helps you win games that you probably shouldn't have won. So I definitely am always a fan of that. And then 1 Norden for the instant fusion. I don't even know if you'd play more targets, even if you were playing 3 instant fusion. But yeah, and Norden's good too because it makes a Black Rose. So if you just have like a uni-zombie engraved, you can just Norden, bring back the uni-zombie, make Black Rose, blow up the field. Yeah, it's a pretty good play. For stuff that's missing, I mean, I'm only playing like the 1 rank 1. I was playing Slacker Magician for a while, but I think it's fine to just not play Slacker Magician. As far as the main deck goes, though, I think it's pretty solid. I play this deck for like way too many hours on stream, so I definitely have a lot of practice with it. But all the plays definitely make sense when you're playing. So that was a weird sentence. But yeah, I'm looking forward to White Princess for sure, as well as Lawnmower Next Door. I mean, that just mills like a million Skull Servants, and I don't know, it's pretty exciting. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.